Miles with Wilco Land. I've got a new property here just at the entrance of Zion National Park in southern Utah. In this video, I'm going to click through some of the photos to show you what we're looking at, talk a little bit about the property, but more importantly, I'm going to cover FAQs like how to access the property, what's around the property, what can you do with the property, things of that nature. So let's get started. Let me start with a video and talk about potential uses here. So we had a photographer go out in this neighborhood and take some drone imagery. You can see in the distance that's Zion National Park. So just looking from a bird's eye view, this property where my mouse is like right in here. So it's right in here, fairly flat area. You can see somebody's got something going on over here. There's some like little trailers or campers and RVs back here. So what's allowed back here? It's an unfinished subdivision. So again, our property is over here to the left here somewhere. It's an unfinished subdivision. What does that mean? It means that somebody came back here and bought all this land, subdivided it up, and essentially never finished it. So the county won't let people, quote unquote, build. So they're not going to issue building permits until this subdivision's finished, right? It needs legal fire escapes and stuff like that, right? So there's just some of those little formalities part of a subdivision that didn't get finished. Maybe they ran out of money, whatever the case being. Maybe this area was just created with no intentions, right? What you can do with these properties right now, they're off grid, they're off the beaten path. There's no utilities back here, but they're camping lots. I mean, RVing, bringing a trailer back here. So, or even just buying and investing for future potential, right? Of maybe the subdivision gets finished someday, and these are super valuable properties. So those are all reasons why one might invest in something like this. They want kind of a legacy asset. They want something that's really cool. To put it in perspective, we're keeping one of the properties. We bought a couple of them back here. We're keeping one for ourselves. I'd like to go out there and use it every now and then. I've sold one back here and it sold in just a matter of days. So, that's something to keep in mind. It's a rare land investment. You just don't see a lot of properties like this in these type of locations. So these photos will all be posted on the website. Next thing I wanted to show you is just give you a bird's eye view on a map exactly where this property is. It's just under half an acre. And it's located south of Rockville. And this is the Eagle Crag Trailhead. So you actually have to go past some BLM land, and it's dirt roads back here. Like I said, you're off the beaten path. There's no utilities. It's a cool location for a weekend retreat. Maybe you put like a tiny home up there or have some sort of Airbnb lodging for people going into Zion. So yeah, that's what we're looking at here. Again, bird's eye view, southern Utah, Zion National Park. Behind it to the south is like all BLM land. And for those looking to visit, what I'm using here to get the property location, I'm using GPS coordinates, and those will be posted on the website. My favorite app to go look at properties using GPS coordinates is called Onyx, and I have it right here. What we can see on Onyx is this is all BLM land. Everything in that gold color, that's all public lands. We can click around on Onyx. These are trail systems. So if I clicked on this trail system, it's got information, right? It's 4x4 access. It's like a Jeep trail. So high clearance, 4x4, dirt bike. So Onyx is showing, you have access to all this public recreation behind you. Eagle Crag Trailhead is right there. This is a 2.8 mile trail length, right? It's a hike, non-motorized. So you're gonna get a lot of information from having Onyx. Not all of it might show up right away. You want to go to layers and make sure you've got the right layers in for Utah. So private lands is a big one. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit more on our property and show you exactly how this can help with a land visit. So one, it's pretty easy. I mean, you're accessing it. Let me zoom out for a second here to just show you. You're accessing it from the north here. You see this road goes all the way back in here, 200E. Goes all the way back in here. So this road 200E goes past Eagle Crag Trailheads, and it goes all the way back in here. And dialing in, this is James Bagby. So this is who we bought the property from. These GIS systems don't update at the snap of a finger. So this is our lot here. And if you use Onyx to go visit a property, you search it with GPS coordinates, right? If I search these coordinates, it's going to put a little icon on the property. I'm going to have to zoom back in. But hypothetically, when you're out here, you see my cursor? When you have Onyx on your map, you can also download maps. So if you do lose cell phone connection, you have this map downloaded, right? And you can see this. So one thing you can do when you're visiting a property is look for natural features in landscape. Number two is using Onyx, right? So where my cursor is, your GPS tracker on your phone will actually show where you're at on the property on the Onyx app, along with these parcel lines showing. So if you're standing right here, you'll have a little dot showing where you're standing. Okay, I'm on the southeast corner of the property. You walk all the way to the north property line, you'll have that dot will follow you, right? And it'll follow you all the way across. So it's not an official survey, no, but it's enough information to help you buy a property, right? Unless you're dumping a bunch of money into a property, let's say building on it, you want to make sure you're inside your property line so there's no disputes in the future. But you're using it for recreation, I'm not worried too much. If I'm not investing in a property, I'm not worried too much on how exact I am. If I'm 5 feet over from where the property line actually is, it's not the end of the world. I'm pulling a trailer or a camper in the middle of the property or setting up a tent, right? So that, you don't have a lot of risk in not, knowing the exact boundaries. What you're trying to do before buying a property is getting an idea of what you're buying and having some sort of a visual. So again, we're looking at the entrance to Zion here. This is all Zion, town of Rockville. You come in from 200E using the GPS coordinates. I'll have a link to Google Earth on the website so you can look at this. So Eagle Crags Road is how you get in here. And then you'll take Eagle Crags Road all the way back here and meander to this location. Then we can see the property highlighted. So if you're curious, natural features and landscapes, you've got somebody's house over here. Using Google Earth, they have a ruler. So, from the edge of this person's property to ours is about 34 yards. So, hey, I'm at the property. I see this person's residence here. About 35 yards over is where our property starts. I mean, we're just getting rough estimates. Again, the width of our property, the length, 47 yards. And you want to look at the size here, it's about 35 yards. So just giving you an idea of what our property looks like. Again, this is all BLM land behind you. It's all BLM land back in here. So back in here, all BLM land, all BLM land. I mean, everywhere around you. Utah is known for it. And that's kind of what makes this location special is all the public recreation. And just clicking around on Google Earth, looking at the terrain here, this is all at your disposal. I mean, these views probably exist. These views do exist on these properties. So they are something special. They're pretty rare land investments. You've got the Wire Mesa trailhead. Again, just in all directions. I don't need to keep selling you on it. It's there. Like I said, we're keeping one of these properties ourselves because we really like the area. Just kind of goes to show how much we value these. And I've touched on the big thing, which is access and kind of why this property is special. A few smaller remarks is, hey, this isn't buildable. It's kind of geared towards camping. Could it be buildable in the future? Yes. Do things change over time? Yes. It's priced with all that in mind. And lastly, in terms of water, you're probably not going to be putting a well in, especially if it's just a camping spot. So again, it's that recreational property for right now. If you have questions, just get with me. We can talk about some of it. My name's Miles. Our business, we offer vacant land. This was one of the ones we sold or pending a sale right now. So that happened pretty quick. And that's back in this subdivision as well. So keep me posted what we do. Again, offer vacant lands and all over the Western United States, offering seller financing and cash discounts for cash buyers. So give us a shout. We've got some more properties in Southern Utah, like this 30 acre down by Kanab. If you're interested, it's on the website. My number is 605-250-1256. Thanks for tuning in. Again, my name is Miles. I look forward to hearing from you.